Community partnerships are a bringing together of various statutory and non-statutory organisations within East Suffolk that actually want to come together and make a difference for the people that live, work and play in our district. East Suffolk Council is a fairly new council. We're now the largest district council by population in the country. We've got 250,000 people. We've got 487 square miles and that is shared out by 55 councillors. We didn't want to lose touch with the community, so we thought what's important is to introduce this community partnership concept. So we've got 8 community partnerships across the district, and they can really focus on local issues, and we've provided the funding in order to allow them to make that real difference.
The strategic board gives us allocates 300,000 for the whole of East Suffolk, but over the next 3 years each partnership will get a total of £85,000, which will really enable us to do something very positive, I think, in each partnership.
We are trying to help the people who live in our communities, and one of the things which came to the fore at our very first meeting was social isolation. Another thing which came to the fore was a lack of rural transport.
All of us chairs get together on the Community Partnership Board, so we've actually found that 6 of the Community Partnership Group had social isolation as a top priority, and 6 of the Community Partnership Groups had transport as their top priorities. So the Community Partnership Board, which is above all of the partnerships, have actually taken on the work to look at a wider East Suffolk scale, which is a different amount of funding, which leaves us with our smaller pots of money to actually spend on other things in our group.
So over the life of this council, we've allocated £3.4 million to local community initiatives, and that's made up of the community enabling budgets that the councillors have, or each one of those has £7,500. We have the local community partnerships, each one of those receives £25,000 per year, and the rest is allocated to the Community Partnership Board to spend on projects that cut across a number of community partnership areas.
So we spent our first £10,000 on our younger people. It's been really successful. Kessingland have reopened a youth group which has got about 21 users, ranging from about 11 to 16.
Because we've got open space, we're able to run through the village setup football teams for youngsters up to the age of 10, 11, and that brings a lot of people out just to get entertainment, particularly on a Saturday. And then the cafe, the voluntary cafe, also functions, and they're quite happy to have teas and coffees from there.
Of course, never before have we been through the situation that we're going through now. COVID-19 has created even more of a challenge for our local communities, and to be fair, for the council as well, in the way that we're responding to that and supporting people through this really, really difficult time. So community partnership boards have really come to their fore. You know, the contacts they have made within the local community groups has allowed people to wrap around the most vulnerable in their communities. The food banks have started up, the good neighbourhood schemes, the shopping for other people, just the general coming together of the community, stepping out and clapping for the NHS. All these were really positive things and enhanced the work of the community partnership boards and brought people together where otherwise people didn't even know who they lived next door to before, but now those communities are really building, and we are taking advantage of that growth in community cohesion in order to enhance the work of the community partnerships.
There's been an explosion in terms of people's vulnerability, how isolated they felt for a number of months. And I think at the moment, with the risk that we won't come out of this until March at the earliest, people start to panic, I think, and start to think, when is it going to be an end for me? So we've recognised that, and we've got some fantastic groups in Felixstowe, Basic, Facts, the Salvation Army, an organisation we've set up called Felixstowe Helping Hands, who are supporting these people, but we need to coordinate that support.
Because of COVID, we haven't been able to have face-to-face meetings, so meetings didn't take place for a while, but we have now been having them via Zoom. I've been impressed with the number of people who have actually logged on. We are getting as many, if not more, than we had when we were meeting face to face.
Overall, we're extremely pleased with how things are going with the community partnerships. They've stepped up to working difficultly in the COVID situation and transformed to working online, holding Zoom meetings. It's been a challenge for everyone to get together and to focus on their 3 or 4 priorities that they've set, and the meetings have continued to take place, and they are now delivering spending money and enabling projects to take place in their areas.
Do you know, I think one of the most important things about community partnerships is the support of the officers, because without them none of this would happen. And they turn up to the meetings and they do stuff and they go away and they still do stuff, and it's like a duck. The feet are going away madly underneath and everything drifts along quite happily on top of the water. And there's a huge commitment there from all of the officers that want to make this work. Definitely.
Well, the people of East Suffolk are of course East Suffolk. That's what it's all about. And you know, we're passionate that not only do we want to do the best we can for them, but we want to empower them to do the best that they can for themselves. I think it's very wrong when councils try to tell people what they should be doing and drive communities in a particular direction. So by reaching out in this way, what we've done is we've gone, look, we're here to support you. We will support you through the problem-solving process. We will provide financial resilience in order for you to deliver against those priorities. But it's over to you people. What do you want to do and how do you want to change your local community?
It's doing something for the community, isn't it? And it's if you see the outcomes, that's what you want for people to feel they're seeing that light, they're seeing an improvement.
It's a privilege, really. It's nice to find what you can do for the community, how you can make it better. When we've looked at the statistics and we found what we're in need of, it's been able to make a difference.
The community is effectively a group. It's a group of souls, if you like, all together. And when you get one group working, another one will come on. And this is it. And especially if they've got something to do when they come together. I enjoy people, and I enjoy doing things or helping people along when I can. And that's what I do, as I spend a lot of time doing that.
I'm really pleased to see how many people have come forward and volunteered, and how many people want to give so much back to the communities that they live and work in. We so want to make sure that we deliver the projects to our communities and make sure that we can spend the money and make a big difference. And I'm really pleased with everyone that's taking part. Thank you.